In today's episode, a demon will be on fire. A Beetle will migrate.
Each type of Beetle is encoded with a special blueprint.
And a BMW will relieve itself. This is the Black Sheep. It is a semi-truck that was competing in a truck pulling competition when a giant Caterpillar diesel engine block split in half and launched itself outside. As you may see, the engine seems to hang onto something that looks like the throttle wire. It is not. This is a safety cable that prevents the engine from flying into the cabin of the truck. So it did its job and the driver was unharmed. Even though I personally don't believe this, the Dodge Challenger Hellcat Demon 170 is supposed to be the last Hellcat model. It apparently celebrates the end of the internal combustion engine, at least for Dodge. It has over 1000 horsepower and 1300 Nm of torque. 0 to 60 miles or 0 to 100 km an hour takes around 1.6 seconds. 1.6 seconds in a car that comes straight from the factory. Granted, this is on a prepped surface, but according to calculations, because Dodge won't release the official number, the sprint on a normal surface would take around 2.5 seconds. All I can say is, yes officer, it's stock. If you are wondering how long a Subaru Boxer engine lasts without an oil pan, here's your answer. Around 1 minute and 10 seconds, which is still pretty close to the average lifespan of a normal Subaru engine. The loudest thing in the universe is flushing the toilet in the middle of the night. The second loudest thing is a Nascar V8 race car. The reason? The boom tube. This is the type of exhaust used in those race cars, because it helps with ground clearance and it helps with making those cool sounds. Everybody feels like an idiot on some days, but when videos like this pop up, you feel better again. There's an explanation to this, other than that this guy's an idiot. Basically, in the UK, there's a method to avoid road fund license, MOT and other tax. To avoid them, people register the car in Ireland, so they don't need to pay extra. This guy was doing the same, yet still managed to do 500 pounds of damage to a 200 pound car. Big brain move. The smartest move in human history was to take a bar stool and add a V8 to it. This is a 700 horsepower drivable bar stool. And all I can say is God bless America. Did you know that some cars have anti-cat protection? Hear this in action. Here's the wet dream of every truck driver, having a horn that is loud enough to make a cruise ship honk back at you. One of the coolest things you can do to your car is to have a flip-up license plate holder. No, not to escape the police, just to show off in front of your friends.
Bam! Yes, sir.
The weekly dose series may end soon, but I still want to remind you that nothing beats a Volvo 5-cylinder engine sound. This is arguably the most famous drift track in the world, the Ebisu circuit. Every drift fan should go there at least once. This Volvo excavator has broken down, and to transport it for repairs, he had to hold himself on a truck. If it works, it ain't stupid. Guess this car by the sound. No, it's not a Nissan GTR. It is an Audi that is so fast that it leaves quantum particles behind it. The Cadillac Escalade comes with a secret compartment to store your most valued possessions.
Bro, your car is so complicated, like what does this even do?
Are you tired of your semi-truck getting stuck in muddy terrain? Just use what tanks use, tracks. This guy built his own tracks after he got tired of getting stuck in mud too often. I don't know how, but those Nissan Patrols managed to not get stuck. But I respect their dedication to get that little boat into the water. Fishing with the boys beats any obstacle. There are some spy shots of the Lexus LFA successor. Well, people are not sure if it even will be called the LFA since it has 2 cylinders less than the famous V10 monster. But in times of electrification, this supposedly twin-turbo V8 is still welcome. Just listen to this. A very underrated car, the first gen RX-7 may be ugly to most people. I see this as a good thing since it keeps the prices low, and this allows people to build cars like this. Formula student cars are insanely quick on dry surfaces, but even in the wet they somehow manage to find insane amounts of grip. Check out this driver making the footage look sped up. I am now on my quest to find the lowest quality video that has something to do with automotive stuff. Today's contender? This video from 2007 of a guy doing donuts. You can literally count the pixels. There are cars with exhausts that are specifically engineered to shoot flames. Then there is cars where shooting flames is just a byproduct. You can guess which one sounds better. This is a custom BMW M5 doing a dyno run. Most drag racing cars have the feature called trans brake. Basically, this mechanism places the transmission in a forward and reverse gear at the same time, in order to create full power without creating stress on the driveline. In other words, it does the big funny. For an untrained eye, this may look like some Nascar stock car, but once you hear the engine, you know it's something different. This is a Argentinian TC Muras stock car, driving on public roads. The engine is a 3.2 liter straight 6. This is the cutest drift I've ever seen. A tiny pickup truck tandeming with a K car. Race car backwards still means race car. A Volkswagen Bug backwards is still a Volkswagen Bug. That's why it makes a perfect towing car. I learned the hard way that being alone for longer periods of time will make you slightly crazy. I think most truck drivers can relate to this guy, imitating the sounds that his truck makes. This is an ancient video that shows how a Land Rover Defender goes up on something that is called a real man's four-wheel drive track. Apparently the driver doesn't see anything but the sky for most of the ride. That's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.
That doesn't make sense.